Hello, brovs. We're back with Dracula Go Home by Platt. Chapter 15. I was running, but I didn't know why. I didn't have any plan. There was no way I saw myself fighting off a vampire. But I wasn't sure of that either, no more than I was sure Mr. Claude was a jewel thief. I got to the hotel breathing hard, wondering what I was going to do, how it was all going to end. The hotel was dark. After midnight, everybody was asleep. I came along the back way, looking up at the dark windows. The moon was over my shoulder. I saw a long, dark shadow. In front of me, it moved when I did. I was frightened until I realized it was my own shadow. I looked up for the big black bird, a vampire, or A.R. Claude. I didn't see any of them. It began to rain again. I went around to the front of the hotel, hoping to see a light in Mr. Claude's room. Then I would be sure he wasn't flying around looking for somebody to bite. There wasn't any light. I heard a loud scream, a girl's voice. It had to be Jill. Now I knew why I had to get back to the hotel first. Dracula was after Jill. In all the TV movies, it was the women he would bite, making them his slaves. I took the hotel steps 2 at a time. She let out another blood-curdling yell. People were stirring around, putting on their lights, opening their doors. All they saw was me running like mad. I raced down the 3rd-floor hallway. I was almost at her door when she came running out. "What's happening?" I said. She had trouble talking. Finally, she got it. There she is. Got it out. Some kind of giant bat or something outside my window. Her light was on. I couldn't see anything out the window. She let out another yelp, pointing. There it is. I looked, but still couldn't see anything, just rain running down the glass pane. I went closer, staring out. When it came by, I nearly jumped out of my sneakers. It came flying in from the side, a huge dark shape. It was him, Dracula, upside down, flying. He came close to the window. He hovered there a long second. His mouth opened. He had sharp white teeth. His hands beat at the wet glass. Like a bird, I thought, like a vampire bat. What is he? And then as suddenly, he was gone. Jill yelled in my ear, "What is it? Is that a man or what? What's he doing out there?" The rain gusted wet in my face as I lifted her window. He had dropped to my window now. He swung from side to side, white hands reaching out. Suddenly I heard a cracking noise overhead. Bricks and stones began falling down. The dark figure dangling below looked up. His pale face now looked frightened. More stones poured down. He pushed himself away from my window and flung himself to the side of the house. He grabbed at the drain pipe. His legs were thrashing as he tried to right himself. I saw the thin rope tied around his body then. He must have tied it to the chimney on the roof. A neat way to fly. He was still struggling to get right side up, when there was another tearing, cracking sound, and the drain pipe began to give way. Then, almost in slow motion, it fell away from the building. Dracula screamed. His scream was stopped by an awful crunch when he hit the ground. His leg was twisted under him. More bricks and stones rained down. Then the whole rain gutter tore away from the building and fell on him. He didn't move. "Come on," I yelled to Jill. "I'm calling the sheriff." "The sheriff," she said. "Why not the hospital?" Good point, Jill. Until next time, Chapter 16 awaits. Goodbye, bruv. Goodbye.